If you realize the essence of what you are, this personality in you will disappear, will burn. It's only causing endless hustle. It's okay, it's part of your journey, everything's cool. All you need is to direct attention here, and for this you need sincerity. Just find sincerity within yourself. Honesty. And be grateful for everything that's been in the past. It was fine. Forgive everyone, let everything go. And that's it. Begin to get to know yourself. Through being present, you will do this immediately. And as soon as you realize that everything is one, all of these divisions will simply collapse. Trying to achieve something is like pouring sand into sand. It is all the same already. There is no big and small or good and bad. It is all the same, just the same. It is the mind that named and divided everything, but it's natural. That's its job, so what else is it to do? And you begin to see this too, that it is just the essence of this thing. It's not bad or good, just a function. When you realize the unity of all, you realize your nature. You will cease to be a person with a name and so on. You will realize that every word you say is not even yours, it comes out by itself. And every manifestation of yours and so on is created by something that already exists. It creates itself out of itself and therefore is itself. It has no names, but you identify yourself with it. The personality will burn away, but it will recognize itself. Not you, but it will. Shifting from personality But does possible and impossible exist for you when you are everywhere? You are both possible and impossible. You are both big and small as well. All this knowledge is you, but you cannot understand this. The mind is limited in its capacity. It cannot comprehend the limitless. But remember, the things I speak of do not need understanding. Just like the food you ate for breakfast today does not need understanding. Realize it very deeply. This is the knowledge that I'm constantly pointing out. So you have a mind, and you have been paying so much attention to your mind that you are used to understanding everything. But if someone always tells you what food tastes like, you will die of hunger. You do not need the information about what food tastes like. When you are hungry, you go eat. You don't care at all what they say about it. You don't sit there trying to understand it or anything like that, right? Do you realize this? When you need to go to the bathroom, you don't care what anyone has to tell you about this phenomenon. It's no use telling stories about it. You don't care, you need to go to the bathroom and it just happens, your body goes there. And it doesn't care about any words at all, doesn't need any understanding. When you see rain, they can tell you as much as they want about it and all that, but it just is, it happens, it is seen. And it knows itself when it happens. You can't understand it all. What you try to understand is impossible to understand in words because words only point at things. You have to go beyond understanding. What does it mean to go beyond understanding? It's to be present, to be witnessing, an attempt to understand something within you. When you witness all these forms, this form, this sound, understanding is trying to occur. You witness all of this simultaneously, equidistantly, and it all collapses. And you see it all as one. It knows itself. Just like when you are looking at this color, it knows itself. You eat food, it knows itself. and everything knows itself. It looks back at itself, listens to itself, interacts with itself within itself. I highly recommend not to postpone this and do it today. Just burn your personality. Because you're not this personality. This personality is one of infinite parts of what you are. And you'll be able to totally and exhaustively verify this as soon as you pay attention to your own self. As soon as you take attention away from the whole world, from all people, with their endless affairs, tasks, questions, requests, cuteness, and everything else. Let it all wait for a moment. It's all great, you'll return to it later. It won't ever end anyway. Make time to know yourself. The only chance to know yourself is to pay attention to yourself. You just take it all and say, okay, I will see you, I don't know, maybe next week. That's it, just leave everyone, it's easy. And then sit down and spend some time with yourself, reflect. Think about what you are called, why you are called that. Is that really your name at all? What's going on, how you manifest, why you're afraid here and happy there? What the difference is. I mean, begin to deeply understand all this, to see all of this deeply, and it all crumbles. You see, all that illusory stuff you lived in before is not there anymore. It begins to just dissipate. And you finally get to know your own self, the truth, in your direct experience, again, while paying attention to yourself. And then it gets easier to do things. I'm about to give you a couple examples now. Why am I explaining all this for so long if I could tell you, look, the shaping of reality is the simplest thing ever. I mean, conditionally. So yeah, let me give you a series of examples. When you understand that everything is one, and the only time is now, everything is one, and that is obvious. You look around and it's all without words. It all does not carry those words. You just need to understand that this is not white, this is not a pillow, that's not a building, that's not glass, and that's not the sky. If you understand all this, these are not eyes, this is not a beard, these are not hair, not pimples, you know, not sound. If you understand it deeply, what remains when words are gone? Only the unity. Can you not see it? It is all one, without all these words. And there's only the now. See, here it is. There is only now, 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 but without the word too. And now you begin to see. It turns out the future does not exist. The past does not exist, and the present does not exist. Therefore, in your life, the very knowledge of having to want something is burned and disappears, leaving only what is, because the future, the past, the present is now, simultaneously. Your whole life, there has always been only now. When you want something, it means you do not have it yet. And you want it because you don't know yourself. If you knew yourself, you would know that it already exists now. And you are this already now. You'd know this for sure, similar to this. I often say in videos that if I need something, I know it exists now, totally exhaustively. Just as I know the following. See the bottles on the table? Now it's not. I equally know that it is here. I know for sure. Well, I have absolutely no thought and no doubt that it is not here. It's only you who have doubts and only you think it isn't here. But for me, there is simply no separable bottle from this space, from this sound, from this body. For me, these names do not exist. It is all indivisible. In reality. But this must be deeply understood. And to understand this deeply, you have to pay attention. But as long as your attention's on doubts, you will only know doubts. As long as your attention's on other information on other people, you'll know that. The thing is, my attention was directed very deeply into these aspects. I got to know this, so to speak. And you can do this too. What do you need to do? The same thing I did. Pay enough attention to yourself, and you will realize that it is all one. You can find and read the explanation in some other language if you need to. Sit down and open either Google or ChatGPT, whichever's easier. What else? I don't know. There are many religions that speak of everything being one. I don't know. Islam, Sufism, and others. Science has also proven that everything is one. You can read all the formulas, although all these words cannot really convey the essence. You can just sit down, distance yourself from all these words, and be blown away by pure bliss, by the unity, and then you can do a lot. But this is only possible if your attention goes the right way. Then you can move mountains, or at least you'll be able to really deeply understand that all these words are not the truth. What exists existed before all the words even appeared. And when you get it, you will see this unity. If you just sit and observe, you will see how everything happens simultaneously, even right now. You see how all these people move, some sleep, some do something. It's all happening, and every single movement of every person is cared for by some superior force. And it all is not accidental. You can't even imagine how it's connected, how it is all thought out. And the whole universe is so. Can't you see something currently supporting the entire universe in such a state? This shape. There is some oxygen, we breathe, seeds are planted, trees grow, it rains. Who thought it all out to happen like this? And something is taking care of it. It's visible, it is obvious. It is all one. It only appears divided to the human eye. Only to the human eye does it seem that this is something separate. That's simply because you perceive the world that way. You perceive the world through the lens of your mind. And your mind is what? 20, 30, 50, 100 years? Even if it's 1 billion. What is happening here is eternal. Even if you were 1 billion years old, your mind wouldn't comprehend eternity. There's no chance, because it is a product of eternity. It doesn't need understanding. And that's it couldn't be simpler. Really, it's that elementary. But when you just realize that it's all one and it's all now, it's over. You need something? It exists. That's it. You hold this knowledge within you. It changes your state. It changes thoughts, decisions, actions. Bam, all's here. Simple as that. But since you are a certain someone, you have experience, and it tells you the opposite. And so, you cling to it too much. You cannot accept what I'm saying now so easily. Because you do not know yourself. You don't know yourself because you cling to that experience. Because of all those people who tell you things, you still can't pay attention to yourself. So, I will tell a few stories. Before I learned to live in the present moment, I was good at, you could say I was even a master of state, visualization, and I still am, by the way. I mean, you see, my attention just somehow went there naturally, and I started focusing and creating reality. I remember I just pictured in my head already having something. I mean, obviously I had to learn first. Now, I can explain this exhaustively. For me, it is all very specific. I have already verified with certain experiences that it is all one without a doubt. First, I understood with my mind that it is. I knew it quite firmly, in fact. I studied a lot about unity, so I understood with my mind. I tried to comprehend this concept as much as possible. And then I started creating, pictured having 1 million followers. On TikTok, on Instagram, and 1 million followers on TikTok. I had 5,000 followers or something like that on Instagram then, and around 25K on TikTok. And I just looked at them and knew that I had it. That's it, I looked at these images and knew that I had it. Before I was looking at images showing that I had 5,000, 25,000, preventing me from knowing. I made new images and looked at them. Then I went and bought money. You know, these packs of dollars, brought them home, looked at them, and knew that I had money. I just observed and knew that I had it. That's it, then I just sat. And it began to happen naturally like this. I sat and always focused my attention on the present moment. This is the thing you have to truly realize. There's no other way. Realize that it is all one and it is all now. But without the word now, actually. Not even now, it's just... You can only realize this by simply seeing that it is here. It's all here. That's all there is. Only this is real. Only this exists. You are always in the past and the future. The only existing thing is the now, and it's the only thing that existed throughout your life in every experience. There is no past or future. It's all in your mind.